Hi and welcome to some tennis specific stretching and conditioning. We're just going to work through a series of stretching just to help prevent injuries having played lots of tennis. So we're going to start off just with working on our shoulder blades. So we're going to just start nice feet hip width apart, shoulders down. We're going to think lifting those shoulders up towards your ears, squeezing those shoulder blades back together, dropping those shoulder blades down, so we've got a big gap here to shoulder, and then bringing those shoulder blades together in front of you, shortening through the collarbone. So really going up, back, squeeze those shoulder blades together, drop down, and squeeze together, shortening through those collarbones at the front. Coming up, squeeze together, drop down, nice big gap here to shoulders, coming through the front, shortening through the front, and then up again. Good. Really visualize those shoulder blades moving over your rib cage as you glide them round. Good. Coming back, down, and forward. Do one more going that way. So coming up, together, back, and forward. Go up again. This time we're going to go forward, down, squeeze those shoulder blades together, lifting up. Good. Forward, down, squeeze together behind you, coming back up. Forward, down, squeeze together, and up. Good. Couple more. Down, squeeze together, and up. Down, together, and up. We do one more. Together, down, squeeze at the back, and up. Good. And then just loosen off through your arms. So then from here, we're going to bring your fingers, interlink your fingers behind your back. Take those fingers, hands down past your bottom, and then we're going to open up that gap from hands to bottom until you start to feel a stretch through the front of the upper arm, through the biceps, through the anterior deltoid, so through front of the arm towards the elbow. We're going to try and keep those shoulders down away from your ears. So nice gap, shoulder to ears, really opening up through the front of the arms. If you can go a little bit higher, come a little bit higher. And if you feel like enough of a stretch there, you can just keep it there. If you wanted to, you can add in a little forward bend. So as you lean forward, your hands come up towards the ceiling. And again, just feel like you might feel it through the back of your legs as well as your upper arms. Just feeling that nice big stretch through the front of the arms. And maybe adding in the legs a little bit as well. Good. Keep holding it there, keep breathing. See if you can take those hands up towards the sky a little bit more. Good, hold for one more breath. And then we're going to gently come back up into standing. Hands down by our bottom, and then relax off next to you again. And then from there, we're going to bring your right arm across your chest. So your hand comes over your upper arm on the left. We're going to push that elbow in towards your chest. So you start to feel a stretch through the back of the shoulder, back of the upper arm. So again, try and keep shoulder away from your ears slightly. Make sure that hand's not going over your shoulder. It's coming around, wrapping around the outside of that left arm. And just holding it there, keep breathing. Stretching through the back of the shoulder, through posterior deltoid. Maybe feeling it a little bit through the back around the shoulder blade as well. Good. Do one more breath in there. Gently relax off. We're going to relax that arm back down. We're going to cross our left arm over our right upper arm. Push that elbow in towards your chest. Try and keep it, make sure you're not shoulder up towards the ear. Drop that shoulder down. Feel the stretch through the back of the upper arm, maybe through the shoulder blade a little bit. As you feel that stretch opening up through the back of the shoulder. Good. Again, keep breathing. One more breath in there. up towards the ceiling, then reach your hand down behind your back. You're going to take the elbow and up towards the ceiling and really lengthen through the front of the arm. And then you're going to push that elbow back to feel a stretch through the triceps and the back of the upper arm. If you feel better pulling that arm back with the hand above your head, you can do, or you can just push back, but you should feel that stretch through the front of the upper arm. Try not to extend through your back too much, so try and keep that belly button pulled in, tailbone tucked down. Feel that stretch more specifically through that arm, maybe through the front of the armpit a little bit. Keep breathing. Good. Gonna hold it for one more breath. Relax your left arm, you can bring your right arm back up and over, little shake out. Same on the other side, so left arm up towards the ceiling, reach down behind your back, elbow points up towards the ceiling, lengthen through the front of the upper arm. And then you can take that elbow back to feel a stretch in the front of the upper arm. You can either push it back from here or pull it back with that hand above your head. Just feel that big opening stretch in the front of the arm in this position, so the triceps. Good. Just hold it for a couple more breaths. Good, well done, and relax that arm back down. And then we're going to open up through the mid-spine, the thoracic spine. So I want you to plant your feet down onto the floor. We're going to just make sure that you're up nice and tall, pull belly button into spine, maybe just think of gently tucking that tailbone down so we're not arching through the lower back. We're going to bring our arms out in front of us. You're just going to open up your right arm out wide. You're going to twist your chest round, your pelvis round, open up as far as you can round to that right side. Feet stay where they are, and then coming back through to the front, we're going to open up through the left side. You should feel it opening up all the way through, alternating side to side, big opening stretch, twist the whole body round, and then coming through. Keep those shoulders down away from your ears. Big opening stretch, keep breathing. Good. And again. Let's do one more to either side. Back through to the front, last one. Good. Through to the front. Relax your arms out, have a little shake up through the arms. And then from there, we're going to, again, keep those feet planted. We're going to reach your arms up above your head, and then we're going to reach over to your right side. Shift your hips over to the left. Keep the feet where they are. Big opening stretch through that whole left side as you open all the way up. And try and make sure you're not leaning forward, so you're keeping your chest in line with your legs and your arms in line with that as well. Okay, gently coming back up, all the way tall, and across the other side. So shift those hips over to the right, stay in one line, make sure you're not twisting forward. Just keep looking forward, just feel that nice big opening stretch through the right. Keep breathing. Good. And gently coming back up again and relax down. So we're going to stretch out through the legs a little bit. So we're going to do hamstrings and a little bit of calf as well. So I want you to take your right leg out in front of you. We're going to bend the left leg, pull the toes up towards you and straighten your right leg. You're going to push your sitting bone back and lean forward. Slide your hands down the front of your leg until you start to feel a stretch through the back of this right thigh. It might be that you just come hands to me and you can feel that nice big stretch. If you really push your sitting bones out behind you, you'll really feel that. You might be able to come down and reach your hands towards your toes. You feel that nice big stretch through the back of the leg. Keep breathing, hold it there. Good. It's important to keep stretching when you're doing lots of sport, especially as you're growing, because your bones grow really quickly and your muscles take a while to catch up. And if you're doing lots of sport, your muscles get strong and get tight, and they pull and can cause pain in your joints. So sometimes when you're growing lots, you can feel pain in your knees, your hips, your ankles. So it's just, even if you're playing tennis, shoulders, elbows as well. Take that left leg forward. Going to bend your right leg. You're going to push your sitting bones out behind you. Slide your hands down the front of that left leg. And if you can reach through the toe, you can do. So, which is why stretching is really important. And actually, you need to hold a stretch for longer than 5 or 10 seconds. So, if you can hold a stretch for a good 30 seconds, then it will give you a change, a longer term change in the muscle. So, if you do a quick 5-second stretch, you're not necessarily changing the structure of the muscle. Whereas if you hold the stretch for a little bit longer, you'll feel the muscles will have a longer, more substantial change to them, which will help to relieve aches and pains through joints. Good. And gently relax off. And then you can hold on to something for balance if you need to. We're going to bring heel to bottom on our right. Now when you do this, I really want you to think of tucking that tailbone down, pulling belly button into spine, bringing your heel towards your bottom. Now it's really important when you do this that you're going to bring your knees together, so you don't want your knee out to the side, you want your knees together, and also in that position you want to try and keep your knees in line with one another. So if you're quite tight or you're cheating a little bit, you'll bring that knee out and knee forward. But we want to bring knees together, heel to bottom. It might be relative if your quads are quite tight, so you might have your heel further away from your bottom. You might be able to come all the way up, but really make sure that you're not then arching through that lower back. So you're tucking that tailbone under, pull belly button to spine. You should feel a nice stretch to the front of the quads. You can hold on if you need to for balance. Good, and keep breathing. Let's hold for 2 more breaths. And then relax that leg down. Again, swap sides if you need to hold on for balance. We're going to bring your heel to your bottom, knees together, keep that knee in, tuck that tailbone down. So really thinking tucking down, make sure you're not arching through the lower back as you feel that opening stretch to the front of the left side. Might be slightly different left to right as well, so if you're more dominant on one leg than the other, one could be tighter than the other. So just go what feels right on that side. Good. Thinking belly button to spine, tucking that tailbone down, making sure you're not arching through the lower back. And when you pull that belly button to spine, you'll feel it a bit more through the top of the thigh, as well as the main part of the quads lower down the thigh. So for 2 more breaths. We're going to gently relax that leg back down. And then from there, we're just going to stretch through the calves as well. So you're going to take your right foot behind you, left leg in front. You're going to keep your heel down, toes pointing forward, so make sure your toes not pointing out to the side. You're going to really, again, tuck that tailbone down, bend that front knee forward over your foot, and you should feel a stretch through the back of this right calf, really trying to keep that heel down, open up through the calf, down into the Achilles a little bit, step nice and tall through your upper body. So if you lean forward, you won't get quite as much of a stretch. You want to push this right hip forward, make sure you're not twisting back with that right hip. Good. Keep that heel down. It might start to just creep up a little bit. Keep that heel down, push towards the floor. Good, one more breath in there. And relax down. We're going to swap sides, do the other calf. Heel down, toes pointing forward. Tuck that tailbone down, push the left hip forward as you keep that left heel down. Feel that stretch through the back of the calf, maybe down into the Achilles a little bit, maybe up into the back of the knee as well. Keep breathing as you're holding that there. So with the stretches, really the more you do, the better. And if you have got aches and pains or you're doing something and one of the stretches feels really tight and sore, actually that means you need to do that more. So the more regularly you do the stretches, the less tight and sore they become, the more flexible you become, and hopefully your tennis will become a freer, more fluid movement with the muscles patterning better. So regular stretches is really important to try and maintain your flexibility and prevent injury. Good, we're going to hold that for 2 more breaths. Good, well done. And then gently relax off. Good. Have a little loosen off through the legs, loosen off through the arms. So if you can do this 2 or 3 times a week as a minimum, that would be great and just help to keep you fit and healthy and prevent your injuries while doing all your sport. Well done.